Hey guys here, Brian Zinde Backus from 89-Bit Productions with our monthly recap. So the month of June was actually a pretty interesting month overall. I can't really say a whole lot of stuff happened. Oh wait, I'm lying. No, basically, June was actually pretty busy in my opinion. Sony came out with their big press event earlier this month talking about, a lot of the games that are going to be coming out for PS5, along with finally giving us the look of what it looks like. And quite honestly, I'm going to express my opinions about that in just a little bit, but let's talk about June a little bit more. Nintendo was pretty busy too. They came out with a big Pokemon press event a few weeks back talking about, Pokemon DLC and a lot of just random Pokemon stuff, but I think the biggest take back from that was the fact that Pokemon Snap is finally coming back. And for those of you that may be younger and maybe not have played the original version, Pokemon Snap came out for the Nintendo 64. Man, like 20 years ago. I mean, it's been a while. I mean, it's been probably longer than that now. I don't have the exact date, obviously, but I had so much fun with Pokemon Snap on the N64, and I'm very, very excited for a new Pokemon Snap game, finally. Now on to the PS5 that I was, said I was going to come back to. When it comes to the look of a console, I don't understand why everybody is so angry all the time about it. To me, a console's a console. I used to think the same way, but I don't so much anymore, because I look at it from the same point of view that I look at all the consoles. I'm gonna buy it anyway, so to me, I don't even care if the stupid thing looks like a chair. It's still gonna sit in my living room or on my entertainment. Well, if it's a chair, we'll probably sit on the floor, but, I mean, it doesn't matter, When the Xbox Series X and they showed off their unit and everybody was so mad about it, now PS5 came out with their stuff and everybody's so mad about it, and then of course you have the Xbox fanboys that hate it, and then you have the Sony fanboys that hate each other. It's like, you know what? I'm a gamer. I love games in general, and I am just excited for both units to come out, regardless of what they look like, because I think they're going to be so great. I honestly just cannot wait, So when Sony came out and showed us what the PS5 looked like, I was just completely enamored with it. I really do like its design. I think it's very sleek. It looks futuristic. So I am very excited. I am very excited overall for it, especially with some of the exclusive titles they showed off. They showed the Horizon Forbidden West. They showed off, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Just to name a couple of the games. I'm truly, truly excited for both of these units to come out. And with the Xbox Series X, I just really hope that, Microsoft pulls off some solid first-party exclusive stuff. Fable anybody? Come on now, let's be realistic. These games have got to come out. I'm always more interested in the software than the actual hardware itself. Part of the reason why I always own a Nintendo system as well, because let's be realistic, their systems aren't the strongest, but I love their games, and it's the games that sell it for me. So, if that's your thing, great. Now don't get me wrong, I do love the memes when it comes to the systems. I think the memes are hilarious, whether it's ripping on Xbox or Sony, but when you actually have people angry at each other because you prefer Xbox over Sony, or you prefer Sony over Xbox, or whatever it is, people are calling each other names. It's like, come on now, guys, they're video games. I know we love them, I love them, you love them, that's why I love running this page, you guys visit the page. We love video games, period. That's just the way it is, and we get passionate about it. I understand that. But games are games, and I love to see that games themselves are coming out, regardless of who makes them, and regardless of, what the system looks like. The software is where it is at, and that's my honest opinion on it. But another thing I want to talk to you guys about is backwards compatibility. Every month when I do these recap videos, I can fit a little bit more information, so to speak, into a video and talk about games in general, and I want to know your opinion on backwards compatibility. Is it important to you? Backwards compatibility is a very important concept to me. I've always liked the idea of being able to go to one unit and have one unit play all my games, or have one unit have a lot of my games downloaded. Like my Wii U has a ton of stuff downloaded from Nintendo and Super Nintendo and N64, etc., etc. And I honestly don't know the answer to this, so if you know or if you've heard it somewhere, I don't know if the PS5 is going to be backwards compatible with your account, your PSN account. I know they already said it's going to play PS4 discs, but I do not know if it's going to be backwards compatible with the account, and I would hope so. But, there's part of me that's thinking that it may not, because when PS4 came out, everything you had on your PS3 account, didn't transfer over. Your name transferred over, and the trophies you had earned transferred over, but things you had downloaded on your PS3 was not playable on PS4. So that bothered me a little bit, So when it comes to backwards compatibility, I would really like to see, obviously the PSN being able to be fully transferable, because I have a lot of stuff on my PS4 and I want to be able to have a reason to transfer it all to my PS5 when I eventually get it. But I also want to know your opinion on backwards compatibility. Is it something that you care about a lot? Is it something that you really want to, like is it a selling point for you for a system? Because to me, it really is. I really can't stand the online service that Nintendo has where you have to pay the $20. I know it's only $20 a year, but to get some of their games, when the Wii U had the virtual console, I could just buy the game. I don't want to rent the game, because at any time, if they choose to take the servers away, all those games and all that information is lost. So it's something it's just always bothered me. I prefer to actually own the content, whether it be digital or physical, it doesn't matter. I would rather actually own it so that I can go back to it at any moment and actually have it, especially when it comes to the Switch. The Switch has the two Joy-Cons, which can easily be used as a Wii Remote and Nunchuck. I mean, you can port over Wii games, and with their online services, Virtual Console, I can get Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, N64. The controllers support all of their systems, so I would like to be able to see Nintendo especially be able to pull out a lot of their old games and bring it onto Switch so that it's fully playable and downloadable and buyable, as opposed to renting their service for $20 a year where you can use the stuff that they have in their NES catalog or their SNES catalog that they allow you to play, and that's it. Same thing with the Sony Online. You pay for the PlayStation Now, you pay an X amount of money per month to rent games from PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, when realistically speaking, if you just allowed me to buy it, I would buy them. I'm all about having the most amount of content in the least amount of space. If I can have everything that I own on Nintendo on my Switch or on my 3DS collectively and get rid of everything else, that would be great. Same thing too with my PS5 or my PS4. If I could have everything playable on those systems, I would. So what's your opinion on backwards compatibility? Is it something that you want? Is it something that you look for in a unit? Let me know in the comments. Shoot me comments, like, share us. That's great. I appreciate every single one of you guys for doing that stuff, and I love seeing you guys posting on the page. And of course, until next month, we will see you later, and you all take care.